Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of California. We're in the city of Los Angeles. We're going to be doing a driving tour of a neighborhood called Chesterfield Square. We're about 3 minutes away from our desired destination. It's 57 degrees outside right now. We're on a lovely block lined with palm trees. Palm trees on my left, palm trees on my right. Very tall trees. We got front lawns, front yard spaces, driveways, sidewalks lined with grass, 2-story homes, 1-story homes. Very tropical environment. We're on Van Ness Ave, 3 minutes away from our desired destination. We're gonna make this left-hand turn on West 48th Street. We got a vehicle behind me, so I had to make sure to do 20 miles per hour to get out of their way. We're at 48th Street. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on the 2100 block of 48th Street. We got a sign on my left-hand side that reads Chesterfield Square, letting you know you're in the Chesterfield Square neighborhood. We got Route 66 print and press on our left and a smoke shop on our left-hand side. I'm going to get onto this block. We got a little Pentecostal church on my right-hand side. We're approaching Cimarron Street. I'm going to pass Cimarron. I'm going to make this right-hand turn here on Wilton Place. I could have went a block forward towards Gramercy, but we turned early on Wilton. We got a RV on my left-hand side. It looks, wow, like it's in rough shape. Class C. The houses are separated, I would say, 14 to 16 feet in some cases. 2-story homes, vinyl siding. I see shingles. I see cement work, stucco. I see some stones finishing. We got street side parking as well as driveway parking. A lot of the properties are fenced off. Some are open, like on my right. A lot of people have palm trees on their lawns. Notice the difference on this block. The palm trees are on their lawns. I just peep game. On the next block, look at the difference. The next block, the palm trees are on the sidewalk. This block, they opted to have them planted on their lawns. Which would you rather have had? Ones on the lawns or ones on in front of the house? Yo, look at this old Rolls Royce on my left. Yo, that thing was fly. Old school Bentley. That Bentley was kind of fly. Somebody got an old school Bentley on this block. That was neat. Oh, wow. Look how the block just dramatically changes midway through. Wow. We just passed an alley, and now look at all of the palm trees are now on the street side. See, I like this better. This is visually more appealing. I like that green on my right-hand side on that truck. Looks a little banged up, though. Got a stop sign. We got a house for sale on my left-hand side. 5176 Wilton Place, Los Angeles, California. You can look up that property. It's for sale. It's on my left-hand side. All right, we're going to continue traveling. We're going to pass the 2000 block of 52nd Street. All right, we got to share this street right here. So, Seek Self. That Jeep on my right had a license plate that said Seek Self. Yeah, that's the thing about these streets. You got to share the single lane. That's so awkward to me. It's so different. Because in Philly, you know, we got streets this width, but it's a one-way. And if it's a two-way, it won't be a main street. It'll be like a little back street, little ducky block, but it won't be Main Street. Here in LA, a lot of them, like the main residential blocks, are two-way. And even if there ain't no line in the middle, it's still a two-way. So Chesterfield is a 0.63 square mile neighborhood in Los Angeles, California. So a little more than a half a mile of acreage of land, square mileage of land that makes up the Chesterfield Square neighborhood in Los Angeles. We just passed the 54. We just passed the 2000 block of 54th Street. Got a gentleman on my left hand side with a weed whacker trimming his lawn, as well as looks like his wife, maybe his significant other, his spouse, in front of the property. Trimming, unless he's contracted. He could be the contracted landscaper. So Chesterfield Square contains the namesake park along with the Ness Recreation Center. The neighborhood is a mix of low-density commercial, industrial, and residential development with characteristic bungalow houses. Chesterfield Square was once known as the site of the worst incident of gang violence in LA history, in which 5 people were left dead in a gang-related mass murder called the 54th Street Massacre in 1984. Word, I bet. So we got to go to 54th Street. What are we on? We on 57th? So 54th. Would 54th have been behind us? I think I'm gonna bang this left, cause I'm trying to get to 54th Street now. Now since I know that information, it's no laughing matter, but that's interesting. The 54th Street Massacre, gang massacre, which left 5 people dead in a mass murder. Wow. In this neighborhood, that goes to show you guys. Look how beautiful and sunny it looks. 5700 block of Gramercy. The next block is. So we gotta go left. We definitely gotta go left. So I'm gonna go left because I think this is gonna take us down to 54. We should be counting down. At the end of this road, you'll see the mountains. It looks neat. I say palm trees like this make LA neighborhoods so appealing. Like this is probably one of the most appealing sets of palm trees that I've seen throughout the city. There's the big, fluffy, luscious ones, like the one on my right. You see the real big one? Those are neat too. But these tall, skinny ones just have their own vibe to it, like their own look. We had a gentleman on my left clean out his trash can with a hose. Somebody on my right talking to somebody in a Chevy Cruze. We got a Class C E350 RV right here on my right-hand side, next to the park. We got a lot of RVs parked around this park. We're at 54th. So I said 54th Street, right? 54th Street was the massacre. Wow, I wonder what 154th. Let's make this right-hand turn. You got a hauling junk removal on my left-hand side. Chesterfield Square. This is the park on my right-hand side. Chesterfield Square Park. We got some RVs on our left. We're passing Rutherland Street. We got this gentleman crossing the street. Looks like he probably just got out of work. We're on the 1900 block of West 54th Street. So we're on 54th Street where that whole massacre incident happened. St. Andrews and 54th. I'm going to make this right though because we don't know exactly where just yet where that incident happened. But it's interesting. It did happen in this neighborhood, so. I wonder what the news article read that day. Be nice to pull up the news article from that event to see what happened based on reports. So we're gonna allow this lady to squeeze by us. We got a lot of cars sharing the road, right? Look. We got a Toyota flying up here in front of us. He wasn't even gonna let us go. He was determined to get by us. They're beeping at somebody right there in the Audi. The Dodge is beeping at the Audi. We're approaching 57th. So I think we were able to find some sort of article relating to that event. If you guys have any other information, you can feel free to contribute that information in the comment section. I'm gonna pull around this Datsun right here. We got a little Datsun. See this Datsun? It is nice. Alright. The 54th Street Massacre. Bet. A reputed gang member was sentenced to death Friday for the fatal shooting of 5 teenage partygoers in 1984 and the single bloodiest incident of gang violence in Los Angeles history. Wow. Let's make this left-hand turn on Manhattan Place, the 5600 block of Manhattan Place. I'm going to make this left-hand turn. Let's see if this article lists anything about an address. Keith Ase Capone, or Ace Capone. It's A-S-E. Maybe it's Ace Capone. I don't know if Ase or Ace. I'm just going to assume it's Ace because Ase doesn't really sound right. Mr. Capone, Fudge 21, who I guess at the time was 21 years old, was convicted in August of 5 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstance allegations that qualified him for the death penalty under California law. Following a separate penalty phase of his trial, the same jury recommended Fudge be sentenced to death. The only other punishment the jury could have recommended was life in prison without a possibility of parole. Fudge was formally sentenced Friday by Superior Court Judge Ronald Kapai, I believe. His conviction came at the conclusion of the second trial. His first trial ended in a mistrial in April when jurors deadlocked 11-1 for conviction. Deputy District Attorney Pat Dixon said Fudge and an accomplice shot to death 5 teenagers at a birthday party outside 54th Street, outside a 54th Street home in Los Angeles, California, October 12th, 1984. Damn, I wish there was an address there. Hold on, let me focus on navigating. 154th Street right now, so that goes to show you. We're going to allow this older civilian to cross the street if she would like to cross the street. I'm in no rush, so you're more than welcome to cross, ma'am. I'm going to allow her to cross. We're at the intersection of Manhattan Place and 54th. Alright, we're going to go right on 54th. Look at this mural on my left-hand side. Freedom won't wait. The Good Fred, La Rutten, Beauty and Barber Salon. Winchell's Donut on our left. Winchell's Donut House. Yo, there's a nice alley here with graffiti. I would love to go through it. I want to go through this alley with this artwork. I think this would be cool to actually show you guys. So y'all can see what one of these LA alleys look like with the artwork. Look at my left hand side. Now you got some on my right hand side. Different pieces, different burners, different throw ups, bubble letters. Some of them are crossed out. They already got lines scribbled through them. People defaced them. One is burnt on my right. Truly Mac West Side history. That's what it said on the wall. It's a long alley. If you was getting chased, this would be a horrible alley to get chased through. Because this is long. Unless you hop over a fence or something. Then they really get South Central Los Angeles GTA on them. From San Andreas with it. That is a long alley, yo. Notice how it got a little concave in the center so that the water could run down. Look at all this trash on my right. Crazy. Palm trees and then the contrast with the trash on the ground. That goes to show you. The alley in front of us is gated off, but there's several people back there, out there sitting, talking, congregating. We're approaching Western Ave. I'm going to make this right-hand turn on the 5700 block of Western Ave. Speaking of Western Ave, we're near 55th and Western. And that's where Sir Cripmac is from. Look at my right-hand side. That trash can is burnt. Somebody burnt it. It's melted. You see all the trash? You can see how it's all burnt and crispy. You got the Roosevelt Motel on my left-hand side on Western Ave. I'm going to turn right. Freeway, 100% hand car wash on my left. Tile for less on my left hand side. Porcelain, granite, quartz, counter, and more. Iglesia Pentecostal on our left. I see a Class A RV on my left hand side. There's a license plate on my left that reads All Grits on that black Nissan. So Chesterfield Square neighborhood touches Vermont Square on the north, Harbor Park on the east, Manchester Square on the south, and Hyde Park on the west. That makes sense. We're approaching Slauson. West Slauson Ave. Western and Slauson. We got a gas station on my left-hand side. We have a Food for Less on my right, a Starbucks on my right, a Big Lots on my right. We're going to make this right-hand turn on Slauson. It is bounded by West 54th Street to the north, Western Avenue on the east, Florence Avenue on the south, and South Van Ness Boulevard on the west. It is notable within the city for a relatively low percentage of its 6,000 plus residents born outside of the United States, for being in first place for the number of violent crimes committed of the areas of Los Angeles, and for the fact that percentage of veterans who served during World War II and Korean War is among the highest. Among the county's highest. I'm sorry, I apologize. The population. 6,062 people as of the 2000 census. So about 7,000 people live in the Chesterfield Park neighborhood. Got Little Caesars on my left, Donuts and Sandwich on my left, the Metro bus on my right. Wow, the woman, she was pushing her child on my right. Her child had a tablet in his hand while he was in a stroller. It's crazy how that's what the new generation is able to do, right? They're able to utilize a tablet. We're passing Manhattan Place. Back in the day, he might have had one of them little etch and sketch boards, right? Now he got like an iPad or like an Android tablet. Passing St. Andrew's Place, we got a McDonald's on our left-hand side. I smell like some sort of pizza sauce, some sort of cheese. We're approaching Rutherland. The dash on our right reads Chesterfield Square, which is the bus stop. You got Baskin & Robbins on our left, and we got a Home Depot. We got a little plaza for taxes on our right, little tax service. Passing Gramercy Place. We got the pet care center on our right. We're approaching Wilton Place. Stereo car alarm stalled on the right. Wilton Place, Wilton and Slauson. We're continuing to travel forward. Cimarron, we're passing Cimarron Ave. Van Ness, remember it's bounded by Van Ness. So let's make this right-hand turn. Since it's bounded by this, so let's make this right-hand turn on Van Ness Ave, Slauson and Van Ness. There's a sign on my right that reads Chesterfield Square. Yep, an actual professional heavy-duty sign. And right up top, right here on the pole, Chesterfield Square. We had a modern house on my right in black. The only house that stood out. We're approaching 57th Street. There's no stop sign here, so we're going to continue to float through traffic. On my left, we got a Class A RV. We got one-story homes on my right-hand side. I'm going to go through this block right here. Van Ness Ave cuts to Arlington Ave. We're approaching 54th Street. We got apartments on my right-hand side. Alright, we're gonna cross over this avenue. We got liquor market on our left, 54th Street, Van Ness Liquor Market. Grocery, meat, produce, and all that stuff's carried there. I like this block right here. This block looks nice. Yeah, they parked on the sidewalk on my right. Look at, they parked on the grass. You see that? We're approaching 52nd Street. 52nd. We're going to pass 52nd. We got some tree shavings on my right. That's biodegradable though. We had a lawn on my right that had sand, like little microscopic pebbles. Like it looked like sand. They didn't have a grassy lawn. They had one with like sand. 2-story homes on my left, 1-story homes on my right. Some of them look like apartments too. I see 2 doorways that go to one building. Look at the lawn on my right. It got wood chips and it had stones. Nice plants on my right. Got the waste bins on the street side on my right. LA Resource Program with a number so you can contact. You got a Beetle on my left hand side. Punch buggy, no punch back. Punch whoever next to you. Your mother, your brother, your father, your sister. Oh man, the dude just dropped his phone. Dang. Must have had a case because he didn't even look at the phone. He didn't think about it twice. That's the thing. Phones have become so disposable in a sense that we drop them so often. Look at this Beetle on my left. Look, speaking of Beetle, punch buggy, no punch back. That thing had eyelashes and all. That Volkswagen Beetle had eyelashes. You know a woman owned that. The gentleman on my right was adding motor oil to his vehicle, either motor oil or transmission oil. Someone on my left was on the phone. We got someone on the left parking here. We got a nice Chevrolet old school 350 truck on my left. We're approaching 48th Street. Now we're at the 40s. Van Ness and 48th Street.